Hey guys, Miranda Manticas, psychic channeler, spiritual teacher. All right, who's getting the crazy dreams? Coming from a person who has always gotten messages and dreams, that is one of the ways my guides teach me things. I can tell you that the dreams the last few weeks and months have been off the charts. And the last, I would say 10 days have been intense, okay? Yeah. What I'm getting from that is timeline convergence. And I know other people are getting this message as well. Things are getting merged, okay, into oneness. Last night, for example, I had a dream that took place at an apartment building that I grew up in when I was a child. I saw the water dragons in the water, which is more ancient knowledge, right? I saw several past pets of mine who've crossed over. I saw people that are in my life right now. I saw people that are from my past. I saw all of this happening in one thing. Like this, it was just like this, let's bring it all together, right? And last week I saw a vision that the way my guides showed it to me is they showed my family, and by family I mean like cousins, aunts, uncles, extended family, were on the land that my family lives on, so family land, and which is ancestral land, by the way. And they were all like swimming in a river that isn't there in this timeline. And I was driving away from them and I said something to them, and usually when I say something, that's the message of the angel that's coming through me to them or to anyone. And it had something to do with being May struck, okay? There was a couple other things. I have to go back and look at my notes because I wrote it all down and I don't remember the names. It named some specific people, okay? People that I don't even know, okay? So these might be like individuals in the collective. But May struck, when I looked it up, has to do with that feeling of, you know, like when you have an exam, okay? Like you're in college and you have an exam and you're studying so hard and you're putting everything into learning, right? And then you take the test. And once the test is over, you're exhausted because you've exerted so much energy, okay? And that's kind of what I'm feeling for the collective right now is we have been really tested with the fire for a while now, especially the awakened collective, although everyone is destined at some point to awaken and remember, okay, whatever time is right for them. But those who are awake and aware, it's been really especially hard for us because we are seeing what's going on, right? And the feeling of the May struck message is that feeling of need to rest after we've pushed so hard. So there is a collective that has been really spiritually and in the quantum and the ether and in the in-between who have been working so hard to awaken humanity. These are the kind of visions I'm having in my dreams, by the way. I'm seeing pyramids opening up. I'm seeing all kinds of activations going on inside the planet that the collective isn't physically seeing, but it is affecting the collective, okay? And so that energetic work for those who are doing it can be exhausting. Your body may be hurting. You may be in need of deep sleep. You might need more food or different kinds of food than what you normally eat. You might need herbal support, right? Like vitamins, minerals, but please get good ones. I'm really particular about that. As some of you may know, I own a wellness and day spa here in New Orleans, and not all things are created equal, okay? Herbals are some of the best way to get your vitamins, right? Sea moss, teas, herbal tea. There is so much nutrition in herbal medicine that is not discussed in the medical world, okay? So really research that. So if you're trying to support your body through this awakening and you're feeling the need for care and support, do it, okay? Do the self-care that you need, but make sure that what you're doing is the best you can do, okay? I even have told clients, like, say they can't go, there's an herbalist here locally that I really like. For those who are looking for a good herbalist, I think her website is thealkalinegoddess.com. She's amazing. She's totally amazing. And I trust her teas. I trust what she makes. She's incredible. But if you can't do that, like say you can't afford to go buy whatever, you can make them yourself, you know, just order spices. Make your teas yourself. You know, the goddess is not about giving just one particular person all the energy. No, we're doing this to awaken everybody, right? That's like in my work. When I do a session on someone, part of the reason why a session is so important is it teaches that person how to channel their own spirit team. It's not about me having to have them come back over and over and over again. It's about me showing them how to do it themselves, right? Same thing with skincare. I make all my skincare. Everything's organic. I do it all myself. I sell it in the spa. But I also tell people, I'm like, listen, do your own research. Start taking your power back, right? So this is kind of the feeling the goddess gives me, is like that she's really waking her children up so that we realize our power to do and become and create what we want to create, okay? And it's okay if we don't specialize in everything. I get it, okay? Maybe you're not into making skincare. Fine. Come get it from the spa, right? But what things you're able to do, start doing them to care for your needs, to care for your body through this process, which can be grueling. Awakening can be just freaking so hard, you guys. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. And the energies that are flaring right now, see all this cosmic energy. You've got people, a girl that I follow on TikTok did a post last night. She's in Salem, Massachusetts. She's seeing a moon at 11 o'clock at night that is literally not in our sky. Okay? I'm seeing one that's positioned completely different, looks different and everything at different times of the day. Explain that, okay? And what the goddess told me is these are cosmic light beings, okay? Like when we're seeing things in the sky and we don't know what it is, okay? There's more happening here than meets the eye. You got to go deeper. You got to see with your eyes, your spirit eyes, to understand the energies activating humanity. And as you do that, you'll start realizing, why is she doing this? Why is she waking us up, right? For example, when you get into the whole like coverage of the drones and the orbs and the, light ships that people are seeing, and why the algorithm would be trying to cover that up. So that's a very good question, because what I'm hearing is this is inevitable. This rise, this ascension, this awakening, the enlightenment of humanity is inevitable. And there will be a path of those who choose to awaken, and there's a path of those who choose not to, and that's okay. Some will just keep learning the way that it has always been done in Earth. And some will rise to a new frequency of enlightenment, okay? But there's no stopping it. So I'm just really curious about why an algorithm would try to, because there's no stopping it. So yeah, I'm gonna meditate on that a little bit. What's the point of it? So, but anyway, crazy dreams, anybody having them? I am. Last week, I'm in a vision in my sleep where I was a nebula. Okay, I'm a freaking nebula, and I'm seeing all the universe and all the creation, and I'm feeling everything. Okay, very much omnipresent energy, which, I mean, I guess at this point I'm just used to this stuff. But my point is, you should be experiencing something in your sleep, even if you don't channel during the day and you don't have a spiritual practice like I do, or you don't even have a personal spiritual practice where you meditate with yourself. Fine. But you should be noticing something in your dreams. There's no way to have all this stuff going on. The full moon that we just experienced, the cosmic energy, the alignment, the planetary alignments going on. It's just inevitable, right? So yeah. What are you dreaming, guys? You want to talk about it? Share it in the comments. Maybe someone's meant to hear your dream and benefit from it. I love you guys. Bye.